Hi, welcome to Blossom Your Creativity. My name is Debbie, and I'm happy that you're joining me today. On this channel, I do DIYs and home decor, so if that's what you like, please subscribe. Hi, my awesome friends, it's challenge time, and guess what? It's minis! Yay! Let's see what I created. Let's start with DIY number one. My husband made this shelf for me. I said I needed something for my minis, and he made a mini shelf. So I went ahead and we painted it white, and then I'm going to add this ribbon to the bottom step. Now the ribbon was a little wide, so I had to make it a little bit smaller, but I like how it came out. I just folded the middle so that I had both of the red and white stripe on the top and the bottom. And then once I finish adding this ribbon, I'll add a Santa ribbon on the other two steps. Now I'm going to paint up these 3 trees. They came from a 3D kit, and I'm going to add that to my shelf. I thought it would be festive to have something nice in the background. So I'm just painting it with 3 different colors: sage, shamrock green, and wasabi green. I also added some burnt umber to the bottom. Off camera, I added some little ornaments and sparkle to the trees, and now I'm going to apply it to the shelf with a little bit of wood glue and hot glue. And you'll see the shelf in the final reveal. Now let's talk about the challenge. This is a monthly challenge. It's the minis, and this is hosted by Crafted by Corie, and she has wonderful content. So if you haven't already been over to her page, you've got to go and check it out. I will have her channel link in my description box. If you're new to this channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please consider. I'd love to have you part of my YouTube family. On this channel, I'm learning how to blossom my creativity, and I hope to inspire you to blossom yours. So let's blossom together. If you like what I do, please give me a big thumbs up and tell someone about me. Like and share. Thank you. Now on to DIY number 2. I'm going to use this Model Magic in Bisque and Earth Tone. I put those two together, and I created a color of a kind of like a donut color, I guess, but I'm making like a little cakes, and you see these are the molds. I put them in, and then the trick is I put them in the freezer, and here they go right into the freezer. And that way, when you unmold them, they don't lose their shape. Aren't they cute? So now, we're going to go ahead and embellish them with some tulip. What is this? Dimensional paint. And that's in the color red. And I'm just going to put a good amount on the top, and then I will just there you go, I'm just kind of slamming it down onto or tapping it, I shouldn't say slamming, tapping it down. And then what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it to go over all of the edges and get a complete coverage. And here you see I have done that, and I embellished it a little bit more. And here's the second one. And I'm going to do a different one, a different color. This one I'm going to do like it's supposed to look like royal icing. And I'll do the same technique. I'll put a good amount on the top, and then I will tap it down so that it moves down the sides of the cake. Now this one I'm not going to do full coverage like I did the other one. I just want it to drip down a little bit. And that dimensional paint I actually got from Dollar Tree, so it's a little bit thinner than the tulip one. Then I'll just add some glitter and an embellishment, and it will be good to go. DIY number 3. So I had painted these, the small styrofoam balls from Dollar Tree. I was going to make a cupcake where you could see through, but then I changed my mind. But here I just put the wrapper inside of a toilet paper roll, so that way when I when I put the hot glue, it had a very tight grip on it. Otherwise, the paper sometimes does not stick all the way around. So I'm just showing you how I did that. And see, I made several. I had different ideas, but for this DIY, I'm going to make a little cupcake, and I'm going to cover it completely, so you don't really have to paint the ball itself. Now I made this spackle or the faux whip from spackle, lightweight spackle, and a little bit of white acrylic paint. Now if you get the one from Dollar Tree, you need to use a lot of paint because it's really stiff. You want it to be fluffy. And now I'm just gonna now I'm just going to add some of those balls, and it's so lightweight that it keeps falling out of my hand. So I'm just adding these faux little sprinkles, I guess you want to say, but they're a vase filler from the Dollar Tree. And I just started tapping them around, but then it was getting a little bit difficult, so I just started adding them by hand to the little cupcake. And then I'll add some glitter and a little embellishment on the top, and that will be it for this one. This is still part of the same DIY, it's just a different look. This one is going to have a different color sprinkle, and you will see that. DIY number 4, some of the footage was lost, but I'll tell you, I bought those tins from Amazon, and I made the crust from a sheet of cork from the Dollar Tree. I just cut it in strips and hot glued it to the top, and then I just took a piece of paper and also hot glued it, and I colored it, and then I realized that's not going to work, so I used a combination of caulking from the Dollar Tree and lightweight spackle. I got mine from Home Depot, and you're going to combine those two together, make a mixture, and then you're going to place that in your pie tin all the way to the top, and then let it dry. And as you can see, mine cracked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the faux crumbs on top so it'll cover up those cracks. So just put a little bit of Mod Podge on top, and then I'm going to put my faux crumble on, and then once that dries, it'll dry clear and you won't see it, but you'll see the crumbs and it'll cover up all the imperfections. And here it is, voila. And by the way, the faux crumble, I just took a cork from a wine bottle, and with a carrot shredder, I shredded the cork, and that's what I got. Pretty smart, huh? It wasn't my idea, it was my husband's. And the final thing is just to put a little bit of whipped topping and embellish it. DIY number 5. I found these Dr. Seuss books at the Dollar Tree, and I thought, hey, this would be really cute to make some little Christmas books for my tier tray. And I had this book of different papers, and on the front it shows you an example of what's inside, and I thought that would be perfect because it was a little heavier gauge paper. So now the green books, I'm going to paint it with green, of course, and then the yellow ones I'm going to do in the red. I did a coat of white chalk paint first, and then once I took the painter's tape off, I could see that it still needed some touch-ups, so I used this little makeup brush that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it's perfect for those little tiny areas. So I just went over those areas on all those books and got it all painted up, and it's super cute. I love how they turned out. Now I'm going to add my paper to the books, and I'm only doing the one side. And I adhere the picture to the book with some Mod Podge, and you'll see this in the final reveal. DIY number 6. So winter comes cold, and cold comes hot beverages of your choice. So I took this little cup from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to give it a pretty color of red. And I'm going to go ahead and give it 2 good coats, and I'm only doing the front. And then I'm going to take the stencil, and I'm going to use the letters Let It Snow, and then I'm going to use this Model Magic to make a faux topping. And there I am, just using the Model Magic, rolling it out. You gotta condition it so it's, not gonna crack on you. Then I roll it into a long log. And then now I'm just trying to see how it's going to fit, make sure I get it where I want it before I glue it on, because you do need to use super glue to adhere that, because it won't stick with hot glue. I guess you could use tacky glue, but I'm not sure. Never tried that. And here I'm just making sure that I get the design and the look that I want. And it's really very easy to use, but once you stick it to another piece, you pretty much got to stick with that, because it'll become one whole piece. So then I painted it white underneath, because I just felt like I didn't want to worry about that natural color wood coming through in case the clay shrink. It does shrink a little bit. On the back side, you could see I put that little block so it could stand up. And then I'll just add a little bit of Mod Podge and glitter, and this one will be good. I think here I am putting the super glue on that, and then I'm going to apply the super glue, and then I add the Mod Podge and some glitter. And then I also add a straw at the end. But I wanted to also say that there was like a little gap in between that I didn't really like. It looked too flat. So I went ahead and used the puffy paint just where the clay and the cup met, just so it gives it another layer of realness, I guess you want to say. Just so it's, it looks better. Trust me. DIY number 7. I Here's another cup of whatever you want beverage. Now I'm showing you inside, I put a piece of a toilet paper roll, and I'm using that so I can hot glue, and I'm going to use that another little cupcake, the one I used earlier, and now I'm going to use some more faux whip. So I'm just trying to use up some of my supplies that I have so it doesn't go to waste, because remember I made a bunch of those cupcakes and now I had that leftover faux whip, so I'm going to go ahead and use that on this mug. But that mug is so cute. It's got the letter C, and I thought C for Christmas, C for Christ, and that is going to be a ornament for my tree. And I'm just using the leftover spackle that I had on the plate, and now I'm going to do a little whip around, and I'll just go around and make it look like whipped cream. Yummy. Now I'm going to add a straw. I don't know, it's a good idea. Looks good, looks festive. Now the one and only real thing you can use on a fake bake is cinnamon, because that will not attract the bugs, and it smells good. It looks really good. I think this turned out super cute, and I can't wait to hang it on my tree after I use it on my mini cheer tray, of course. Yay, we finally made it to the final reveal. So here are my items, and I thought, hey, how about a piece of pie and a little cup of whatever it is you have in your cup. And here is my little books, and snuggle up with a nice cup of cocoa and read a book. Why not? And this is really a dessert tray. The books was an afterthought, but I hope you guys like what I did. I love this little tray that tiered tray that my husband made me. It fits perfect with all my little tiny minis. So you'll be seeing this again, this tray again in future videos. Thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you to Corie for putting this fabulous collaboration together for us.